Hello everyone, I'm your watch enthusiast friend, Mike Watch. Today, I'll be talking with you all about a new release from VS Factory, the Datejust with the new grey diamond dial. Actually, regarding VS's Datejust mint green, black dial, grey dial, and the blue dial I've done individual reviews for all of the steel models. So this model is a familiar topic, but we must discuss the grey diamond dial because its popularity is exceptionally high right now. It's also a new colorway from VS Factory. In fact, it has now been upgraded to the V2 version. The main upgrade for the V2, let me briefly explain. First is this bezel. It has added precious metal LAO material, and furthermore, it's plating ... The content of platinum material has been increased. As for the exact increase, we don't know. Second, by adding this precious metal, it achieves a counterweighting effect for the entire watch. Previously, the V1 version was about 128 to 129 grams. Now, the V2 version should be around 133 to 134 grams. Yes, you can consider 134 grams as the standard weight. So, another point is that its weight has increased. This weight is already extremely close to the genuine piece. And besides, whether it's the V1 version or the V2, this bezel will not oxidize, fade, or turn hazy, so you can rest assured. Because from the older C factory to the current VS factory, it's been several years now, and not a single customer has reported an issue. As long as you have normal wear and tear, there are no problems. Moreover, the quality of a Datejust replica is determined by whether this bezel sparkles and shines. You can get a feel for it. Let's look at it from various angles. The entire bezel is exceptionally sparkly and brilliant. It's truly outstanding, and this grey diamond colorway. Grey wave, grey diamond. Now, another point is, let's measure its dimensions and thickness. The official specification for the Datejust is a 41mm case diameter. However, the actual measured size is around 39 point something, close to 40mm. Let's measure it diagonally. There, 39.5, approximately. If you measure from this diagonal, it gets closer to a 40mm diameter. Correct. Now let's check the thickness. For this VS Datejust, the thickness is perfectly on spec, around 11.5mm. You can see it here, 11.6, 11.5mm thickness. The dimensions and thickness are all correct. Next, let's take a look at the details and craftsmanship. You can appreciate the color matching of this grey dial. It's a perfect match. Well, I shouldn't say perfect, but it's extremely close. Another thing is this radial sunburst pattern. On the V2, I personally feel the sides here have been upgraded. You can feel this ... brushed finish on the sides. This sunburst pattern, that brush texture is done exceptionally well, a very fine and delicate texture. Also, these diamond markers ... on my phone's camera with a magnifier. It might be hard to see clearly, but if you zoom in further, you can get a sense of these markers. I feel their sparkle and their faceting are extremely well done. From this angle, you should be able to see it. A very sparkly and brilliant feel. I think this is also spot on. And then, including the hands, they all have this three-dimensional shape, giving them a sense of depth. The solid mid-case has this design. At 3 o'clock, you have the 2.5x magnification cyclops. You can feel it. Sure, we'll just briefly look at the appearance. As for the movement, it's the Dandong 3 to 3.5. I won't discuss it further. If you're interested, you can look up the separate review I did previously. It specifically covers the Dandong 3 to 3.5 movement. You can just watch that. I don't want to waste everyone's time. This video will mainly focus on this grey diamond dial's color and overall texture. The texture on the side, you can feel it. This is an embossed logo on the crown. The entire case is 9L for L steel. And the rounded polishing on all the edges is also done very well. Let's look at this side. Correct, and the bracelet is the Ghibli design. You must choose the Ghibli bracelet. I feel the soul of the Datejust lies in this Ghibli bracelet, then the fluted dogtooth bezel. Don't choose the oyster bracelet. That's where its soul is. The texture of the clasp, embossed logo, polished center, brushed sides. And the edges of the clasp have also been rounded and polished. Let's open it and look inside. The dragon and phoenix engravings, and look here, all the A's are the flat topper design, which is correct. The flat topper design. And including this ... I'm not sure if it's the lighting, but it feels like the 0RV code on this clasp is the same as the genuine, and this is also a flat top design. It might be the protective film or the lighting. It looks particularly unclear. Let's find an angle ... see if we can find an angle to see it. Just look at it from this angle. I feel in terms of engraving, the clasp engraving is a bit lacking. The case back is a solid, screw-down design, housing the Dandong 3 to 3.5 movement. And the texture here, let's take a look, it's quite clean. The inside of the clasp has a frosted texture treatment. The inner side of the bracelet is also brushed. There's a micro adjustment here, let me briefly explain. You can open it. And here is a convenient micro adjustment with 3 positions, but this is a bit troublesome. Unlike the Submariner, the professional dive watch, which has a direct, convenient micro adjustment, this one requires you to pop out the spring bar to make the 3-position adjustment. If you don't need it, just lock it back in. Locking it back in is okay. The overall structure is like this. This is the case-back design. The edges are quite well fitted. Look at the chamfering on both sides. It's very well fitted. Let's look at the front view again. Finally, I'll show you the adjustment method for this Datejust. It's a screw-down crown design. After you unscrew it, this is for manual winding. Then pull it out one click, which is for adjusting its date. You can look at the thickness of each date font. It's consistent. And the font also has that little tail detail. Pull it out one more click to adjust the hands. The 3 to 3-5 movement is a quick set, right? Rotate downwards, the hands move clockwise, and the date changes instantly. It also supports bidirectional date adjustment. Let me briefly demonstrate, and that's it. And this model, at full wind, has a power reserve of up to 70 hours with the Dandong 3 to 3-5 movement. After you've set the time, reach the winding position, push inwards while rotating upwards to tighten it, and that's it. This is the grey diamond Datejust. This colorway is truly good looking. Finally, let's do a wrist chart for you to feel this VS factory grey diamond Datejust. My wrist circumference is 16.5 centimeters, wearing this 41 millimeters. Officially 41 millimeters Datejust is absolutely no problem. It still looks very beautiful. Finally, let me summarize for you. The V2 version, the first upgrade is this platinum-plated fluted bezel. The platinum-plated bezel, it has added precious metal for a counterweighting effect. The sparkle is actually similar to the V1. Now the V2's weight is 134 grams. Yes, and for other detail upgrades, I personally think this dial has been upgraded. Because this is a new dial, the grey diamond is a new dial, so it must be based on the V2 version. The grey of the V1 dial is a bit different, this radial brushing treatment. The Sunburst pattern is done exceptionally well. Yes, and including this date font, you can all feel it, and the diamond markers. Alright, it's generally like this. If you want to learn how to distinguish if it's a VS factory Datejust, my personal advice is to open the case back and check the movement. See if it's the Dandong 3 to 3-5 movement, and if its balance or bridge can actually move. Is it a small, moving design, or is it flush with a fake plate? If you want to do a deep dive, you can research that. For the Dandong 3 to 3-5 movement, you can check my previous records and watch that review. My watch has specifically done a review and explanation of the Dandong 3 to 3-5 movement. Alright, that's all for today. We'll see you next time. Bye.